welcome, welcome. I'm going to get this set up over here on the Facebook. And we're going to go live. Alrighty, let's make sure everything's working properly. Should be good. All right. Okay, so today we're doing a sun catcher project right here. We're going to do this. We've not done this on YouTube live, so we're going to do this today. I am going to get this sent out to our Facebook friends. So if y'all just want to, if you're on the replay, you can just skip ahead. You can fast forward all the things. So let's pull up our Facebook. And let's go over here. Let's do that. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Copy. Let's send this out. All right. Whoops. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Menu. Oh, nope. Chats. Okay, there it is. Sorry, I had to find it. Hold on. Yeah, I can't talk and type at the same time. Okay, so I just sent that to the Facebook friends. And let's go back over here. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So super excited that you are here. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Let me pull up my phone for the YouTube comments so I can keep up with that. And let's see. Y'all, let me go back. I wish there was like a quicker and easier way to do this, but there's just not. There's just not a quicker and easy way. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So we're doing this one today. I figured let's do something a little bit fun. Oops. Let's turn that down. Let's do something a little bit fun today. So I figured this is going to be my choice. This is a 12-inch sun catcher. And I'm going to switch to this little perspective here. I'm probably going to try and raise this up just a little bit so that I can have a little bit more of a zoomed out view. Give me just a second. Give me a second. That side is not locked. I think this side is locked. All right. So how can I, how, hold on, please. Oh, it's lifting from the bottom. Y'all, this is so backwards. Give me just a second. So it's going to go up. Let me lock this side. Here, let me get this side lifted. Let me lock it. And then let me level this side out because I have to twist it at the bottom. And that should be working. Right there. It shouldn't go anywhere, but it should be zoomed out a little bit more. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's a smidge better. Hello, everyone. Holy goodness gracious. Hello. Hi, friends. You bought 2 shelf units for your displays. That's awesome. So exciting. So super exciting. All right. So this is what we're going to work on today. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So basically what it is this is a wood cutout that we cut on our laser machines. You can hang it up here, okay? And then you have your wood frame. You're gonna paint both sides, front and back, if you want to. You don't have to do that, okay? This is completely optional for you to do. All right, I'm gonna paint mine black because I like the way that that looks. And then the colors of glass that I have chosen for this are going to be these. Right here. I'm gonna do like a summer style patriotic, but kind of flowery at the same time. You love the glass sun catchers? I do too. I think they're a lot of fun. We haven't done one in a while. So I've chosen the blue, red, white, yellow, and green. So we're going to do our flower white. We're going to do around our flower blue. We're going to do the outer edge red and white. I think that's what I'm going to do. You could also do like crushed shell if you want to do that. You can do this in a bunch of different ways. But I figured let's do something a little bit different. So I figured we could do red, white, and then blue in the middle. Our flower can be white. The center of our flower is going to be yellow, and then our little stem will be green. Adorable. I thought that would be so much fun. So that's what we're going to work on today. So if you are watching and you've never done one of these, they're very, very easy to do, okay? Super easy. I absolutely love making these, and I hope y'all give these a chance too. So I'm going to roll this out. Hang on, let me see something really quick. Let me see if I can I edit this while it is live? Can I do that? Cancel? I don't think that I can. I don't think I can change the orientation. I don't think I can change this. Hold on, let me select this. What's this one? And what's that one? I don't know. It's not gonna let me change the size of this. So it's just gonna be, it's gonna be literally right in the frame here. So I'm gonna try to do my best to stay like right in this window. I raise my camera up, so I can't even change like where the camera's at. So it's just gonna be right here, okay? So just bear with me. Hello everyone, welcome. Before we get started, let me switch this back over. Before we get started, everybody, now my camera is up so high. Before we get started, tomorrow is our second Whatnot show. If you want to check us out on Whatnot and you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description on how you can get to our YouTube. We're doing our t-shirts on Whatnot tomorrow. If you're on Facebook and you want to join us for our second show, there is about 53 shirts that we're going to do tomorrow at 6 p.m. You can comment the word show. I told everybody about it yesterday in case you were not here for that video. I said I added Tuesday shows, and that's what we're going to do. So we do these super cute t-shirts like I'm wearing today, and that's what we're going to have on our Whatnot show tomorrow at 6 p.m. Okay, so don't forget about that if you want to be a part of that, okay? So I just wanted to send you a little quick reminder. Comment the word show. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you're going to go to the description of this video. It's going to all be there. So let me switch this back over here. That concludes our announcements. So if you want to check out our Suncatcher collection, if you're on Facebook, comment the word Suncatcher. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Everything's going to be there, okay? Keywords don't work on the YouTube channel. So let me grab me a makeup sponge. Okay, let me grab my plate. We are going to paint this black. And then let me grab my black paint because I forgot that. And we're going to go ahead and paint this sucker. I like to do the 12-inch because they're a lot easier to do product demonstrations for these. So we're going to do this 12-inch. This does come in a 6-inch size. You can get these in bulk packs of 6, 12, and 18 if you teach classes. So just keep that in mind. Yes, comment the word show. Be sure to join us for our t-shirt show tomorrow. We're only doing singles. So even if we have multiple transfers, tomorrow is only going to be a singles. So you won't have to sit through, 5 of the same style. It will be just singles. Individual t-shirts, and you'll pick your size. It's been a while since we did glass. I don't think it's been that long. Let me grab the other ones. I'll show you the last ones that I did. I'm just putting wax paper down to protect my little area here. Let me go get the other ones I did. So this year we've done 3. That's not bad. We did the bee with just resin and inks. We did our Highland cow with the flowers and the crushed glass, and then we did our butterfly with the like very vibrant, colorful look. I thought these were beautiful. So that's what we've done this year. I don't do them near as much because I just don't have a whole lot of time. I have been working on a bunch of other things, and so I just do a lot of random things. But we're doing a Suncatcher today. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to sit and hang out with us, you're welcome to do so. Just keep in mind that you're going to paint. Hello, Elizabeth. You're going to want to paint this or leave it blank. Like leave it raw wood. If you decide to paint it, pick a color that you want it to be. That's going to be the color of your outline. I prefer black because I just feel like black pops and I just love it. So I've got a makeup sponge. I just have some black paint and it is just acrylic paint. Okay, we're going to do front and back. We're going to let it dry. So we're going to take our little sponge and you just pop this number out of here, okay? So I'm going to just do the whole thing. And I'll show you how you can just pop that number right out. But you could just leave it in while you paint it. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Yes, if you guys did not know, we are doing a Whatnot on Tuesday. I have scheduled all of the shows. I don't think I've done all of them for March, but every Tuesday and Thursday there will be a Whatnot show. And then each show tells you what they are. So if it's going to be craft kits or t-shirts, that's where we're going to be selling our t-shirts. From this point forward is going to be on the Whatnot. Cute to see you do a cat like you painted, like a cat sun catcher. Is that what you're talking about? Like a cat sun catcher? I don't know. We have a cat. We have the flowery cat that's really pretty. I could probably do that one. That one's really popular. Everyone really likes the flowery cat. It's beautiful. All right. So we're just going to keep going till this whole thing is painted. I want to make something for a baby shower. Ooh. There's so many different choices of what you could craft. I need to look up. So that's the thing is we're trying to expand our collections into other like other craft areas and like craft parties for teenage girls or, you know, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Right now we're working on our everyday ornaments. So Mason's been working on that. He's got quite a few done already. Oops. Hello, Wanda. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happiest of Mondays. So excited. This is going to be so beautiful. I can already imagine it. It's going to be stunning. Stunning. Let's see. Come on now, YouTube. What's going on? Trying to keep up with that over there on my phone. All right. Now I need to figure out where I'm going to hold it. All right. Let's just go around. And we're going to dry this and flip it over. All right. Everything is painted. Looks fantastic. Okay, look at how good that looks. How it just pops, right? All right, let's dry it. You just want to make sure it's dried really, really good. Do you have any dragons? We do not have any dragons, but I'm working on our next release. So, mid to end of March, I'll be working on our next release that's for like the summer. But the last time we dropped new outlines, we did about 75 new designs. And so I have my time blocked for sometime in March to work on the next release of these. So this is style 353, and like I said, you just pop this out of here. You don't leave it in. It just comes right out. It's just a little placeholder. Pop it out, and then just flip it over and do the back side. So it's going to start this again. I'm going to come around to the back. We have hummingbirds. We have several hummingbirds. There is quite a few hummingbirds. There's 300 and like, I think there's like 370 different designs. So if you comment the word suncatcher, Facebook will send you a message. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. If you comment Suncatcher on Facebook, Facebook will send you a message. We have a sunflower too. Facebook will send you a message. And you go to that link, and on that page, there is the outlines, there's glass, there's our bulk collection if you teach classes and you want to get these bulk. There is the outlines that have glass with them. Everything is on that page when you comment the word Suncatcher. And if you're on YouTube, like I said, the link that they're going to get sent on Facebook is in the description. It's all right there. There is lots and lots and lots of different choices. But we have hummingbirds, we have sunflowers, we just have a lot of styles. And you can get these, like I said, in 6-inch and 12-inch. And then we also have the hollow collection, which is like the 4-inch size, and they're a little bit smaller. And they're great for making, like, if you do like little tassels or ornaments, gift bag tags. They're just a little bit smaller than the 6-inch. All right, let's go ahead through here. And I'm going to take you step by step through the entire process on this video. So if you are thinking this is going to be like a really super quick tutorial, it's start to finish. So every single step of the way, we're going to go over this. And if you want to watch it on the replay, you're welcome to do that. If I can get a chance to edit the video, I will. I really haven't had time for that. All right, so this is completely painted. All right, let's dry it. So the key to this is drying it really, 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 really good, okay? Let me turn the lights down just a little bit, see if that helps. These lights are so daggone bright. Hopefully that took away some of the glare. And so you can see it's reversible, so you could do it either way. Hello, Brenda Herbs. Hello, hello. The lights make me warm. These don't, these are up higher, so they're not too bad. Hello, Liz. Hello, hello. Okay, the key to this is making sure that your paint is dry, and I'm going to tell you why. All right, so here's our outline. That's what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to get our transfer tape. That is this stuff right here. Let me get my little paper. I save it. And if you guys know, if you've been here for any length of time, since I bought this roll, I have used it for nearly every single Suncatcher I've done, with the exception of maybe 5 of them. And I've done a lot of these Suncatchers. This is a 100-foot roll of paper transfer tape. It is Frisco Craft brand paper transfer tape. It looks like a giant roll of masking tape, and you pull it back and it's sticky. Okay, but it's low tack. It's not like a high tack, and it's not going to leave a residue when you peel it off. Not like the other stuff we've used. The other stuff is atrocious. This stuff right here is fantastic. If you're watching and you're like, well, where do you get that? If you comment the word Suncatcher, if you're on Facebook, on that page that the link is going to send you to, if you scroll on that page and look at all the stuff, it's going to say supply list. This right here is linked in the supply list. There's also a written instruction guide. There's a lookbook. There's a supply list for everything that you need. Anything you could possibly imagine, everything you need is on that page. If you're on YouTube, go to the description of the video and everything will be there as well on that page that I send you to. So this is the paper transfer tape. This is what's going to hold everything in that we're going to put in here. So it's going to be like our little backer barrier. So we're going to take this and we're going to roll it out. Okay, so we're going to roll this sucker out. Let me flip this up. So we're going to roll this tape out. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Take, and depending on which one you get, it might be like, do you want it to go this way or do you want it to go that way? This is literally reversible and it's the same. You want to go either way. Doesn't matter. Just lay it down, okay? So we're going to lay this down on our paper transfer tape. I'm going to move it just a little bit because I need to come over here towards this end just a smidge. So we're going to lay this on. Okay, and we're going to slide it over and we're going to cut this off. So chop, 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 chop. Okay, so now our roll, I'm just going to stick it over here and stand it up like this on the ground. Like it's just going to go right here on the floor beside me. Now we have our paper transfer tape on here. So some of you guys are rolling it out, sticking it on, and you're not doing anything else, and your paper transfer tape is pulling away, and then everything leaks out everywhere. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So what I like to do myself is I like to fold in my corners. Okay, it helps to keep it from wanting to roll. So I like to fold this in just like so, and then I also have something to touch. I'm gonna still end up touching this and getting my finger stuck. It happens to me all the time. But I'm going to fold in all of my little corners. Okay. And it's going to help this to lay a little bit more flat. And then we are going to flip this guy over. We're going to flip it forward. Now we've got the back side. And I'm going to take, I have little bundles that I have of these where I've unwrapped them out of the plastic and I put a rubber band around. And we're going to take one of these popsicle sticks and we're going to use it like a brayer. Now, if you have a brayer, you have a rolling pin, you got a credit card, you got a gift card, you got whatever you want to like do all the things, you want to adhere this to the back really good so nothing leaks out. So just go around the whole thing and make sure that you get your edges really good. Just like so. And then we're going to flip it. Flip it back over. And now I'm pretty confident that I can start doing this now. Okay? I'm pretty confident. Hello everyone. Hello on YouTube. Hello on the Facebook. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my crafty show. Alrighty. You know what I did forget? My little cups. Hold on. Let me grab them. My little flexi cups. Okay. Well, let me get something else. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay. So, let's go over this, shall we? I'm going to slide this up just for a second because this is a tutorial for everyone. I got these on Amazon. These are little silicone cups, and they're little, I call them little flexi cups. They look like this, okay? You could also go to the dollar store and get you some paper cups, and you can use those, okay? So what do I use those for? So when you get our glass, for example, this glass, this is the white snow cap. This is a 16-ounce bag. Okay, this is what a 2-ounce bag will look like, and your glass will come in a 2-ounce bag. We also have an 8-ounce bag. And it's going to be the same size bag, and your glass is going to come, and it just be 8 ounces in here, and then your 16-ounce bag will come with 16 ounces. And so your crushed glass, we have crushed glass in my shop, and you're going to want to just like put it into something so that you can dispense it into like your creation that you're working on. So these are your bags of glass. And we have a bunch of different glass. We have, this is 1 to 3 millimeter size. We also have 3 to 6 millimeter size. And then we also have reflective fire glass. So if you comment the word suncatcher or glass on Facebook, the automation will send you. If you're on YouTube, go to the description, go to the link you see there in this video. And the landing page has every bit of this stuff. Anything that's related to this part of crafting is on that page. The glass, the resin, the outlines, like you name it, it's all on that page, okay? I do have keywords set up on Facebook though. So this is 2-ounce bag, 16 and 8-ounce bag. If you want to get crushed glass, 2 ounce is $3, 8 ounce is $7, and 16 ounce is $12. So your better value is a 16-ounce bag. If you're wanting to just get started and see what it's like, get you a 2-ounce bag, okay? So that is a little rundown of the glass. Now, I'm going to show you these little containers that I got at the dollar store, and they will hold 9 ounces. 9 ounces of glass will fit in these little containers. So I got these at the dollar store, and I ordered them, and I just keep them for like showing. I usually use what's in my bag, but some people will keep their glass in these little containers that they got on the dollar store. But this is, will hold the 1 to 3 millimeter 9 ounces, and you get these, I got these at the dollar store online in a 2-pack. And I ordered a case of them. So I have a bunch of these little things, and they have little lids on them. They're great for like, you know, just putting on a shelf and if you want to empty your bags out. But your bag comes with where they'll stand up. So you can see your bag will stand if you don't want to do all the things. But somebody's going to ask me, where'd you get those containers? Dollar Tree. And I got them online because my store didn't have any. Okay. So I'm going to put my glass in these cups here, and I'm going to then pour it in where I want it to go. You could also use this, okay? So we're going to start with our red and white. We're going to do our flower white. We're going to do our center yellow. We're going to do all of this blue, and our stem for our flower is going to be green. So the colors I've picked are, this is royal blue. This is, I think this is just called royal blue. This is treetop. This is lemon. This is ruby red. And this one is snowcap. So these are the colors that we're going to be using for our little outline here. So these are the different choices that I've picked for this one. All right. There's nothing I can do about the glare right now because I raised my camera up. So just, there's not really anything I can do other than, I think I've already turned this down. It's because I resituated my little area here. There's just going to be a glare. There's not really much I can do about that. Anyways, so we've got our little outline. Okay. Got our paper cups if you want to use those. We've got our little silicone cups if you want to use those. You do what you want to do, okay? So we are ready to go. So I'm going to grab my red. This is ruby red. And I'm going to pour it into this little cup over here. Just right inside here. Sorry, I don't want it to spill everywhere. So we're going to do about this much to get started. So I don't know if you can see, my cup is about at the 20 milliliter mark. And so see my bag will stand. So you don't have to get these little containers. You can if you want to. But we're going to do red, white, and blue for this with a white flower, yellow center, green stem. I thought that would be fun for like the upcoming, you know, 4th of July, or if you want to just show your patriotism, or that's going to be my theme for this. So we're going to do red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. So red, white, red, white. That's going to be the pattern. So we're going to start here, and we're just going to start pouring in our glass just like so. You can use as much or as little as you want. I like mine to be really full, and so I'm just going to put it in and go right to the edges and add some more wherever I feel like I might need it. And just tap, tap, tap. So when I started with this stuff, I was wearing gloves. I was like, you know, it's broken glass. It's probably gonna cut me. I have never been cut by this glass. Not a single time. Other than when one was poked up out of the resin and I ran my finger across it and I sliced my finger. So we're gonna do the next one red and just pour it in. And then tap it into the little opening. And basically I'm pouring the glass pretty flush with the wood frame. So I like mine full. Some people like it really shallow and kind of splotchy. If you're watching, I have new cameras coming. They are not here yet. I don't know what's taking them so long, but I ordered them and they haven't even shipped yet. So, all right, so we're gonna go, this is gonna be white. So here we are, red. So I'm gonna go right along here, super easy. And so a little goes a long way, remember? Little goes a long way. That. And just don't let the glass sit on your wood frame. Make sure it's in the little opening. And anywhere that it's kind of bounced into the other areas, I'll clean that up after I'm done with this. So we're gonna come on to the next one. Hello everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks for being here. It's like a little Make It Monday over here. So all of my sun catchers I want to hang up on and make like a little sun catcher wall. I know some people hang these in their windows, but you don't have to hang them in a window. You can hang them on a wall. You can display them wherever you want to. You can put it on a plate stand. Some people have done that. All right, so I've got red little bits everywhere. So I have these little glue dots. Let me grab my little glue dots. They're in one of these drawers. Somewhere. Where can it be? There it is. So I have these little glue dots. Okay. Now I'm gonna put it on the end of a paintbrush. Just gonna find me a little glue dot and pick it up. Now I have got a little glue spot on my paintbrush, and I'm just going to hold this down, and I'm going to lightly just pick up the little glass bits that got left behind in these little openings. Take a little paintbrush, gooch it out so I can snatch it up. And I'm just going to pick up all the little pieces that don't go in the other openings. And just going to clean it out. And there we go. So now I'm going to pull that little glue dot off, and then I have my little glass bits on here, and I'm just going to toss it. So the next color we're going to do is going to be Snowcap, which is white. So we're going to do these openings white, and then our flower will also be white. So I did all of that red with, so now it's on the 10 milliliter. I know this is like liquid, but it was at the 20 and I used 10, so I used very little. So out of this great big bag, I did not even use 2 ounces of glass. And I just poured the rest of it back in here. And we're gonna go on to the next color. All right, and that's going to be Snowcap. Snowcap is not transparent, so it is a solid white. And you can't see through it. Okay, gonna do the next color. So same thing. I've filled up my little thing. This one says 40. I kind of overfilled it. I'm not gonna worry about that. Set that bag over here. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our flower, and then we're gonna do our border. So we're gonna come in, and I'm not gonna overfill my flower because I want it to look kind of mosaic. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of white in each of these little petals, and then I will flatten it out, make it go where I want it to go. And just do each and every one of them. And I'm just pouring it in the little openings. Just making sure everything is good. All right, so now that we've put it in our openings, it's probably hard to see the white. I'm just gonna tap it out. And I'm not gonna fill up my white as much as I did the red, because I want to be able to see around all the little glass particles. I want it to kind of look mosaic. So if you want it to be full, just fill that sucker up. And so those two are done. Let's go ahead and do this one. If you find that you need more, just sprinkle in a little more. Move it around. Sometimes I'll pinch it, sometimes I'll scoop it. Add a little bit more. And then we're gonna do the edge after we get our flower done. Now you could do your flower with other colors. You could do all kinds of different, you could do whatever you like with your flower. It can be whatever you want it to be. I like to do the specific colors. Some people will do like random, color choices. They'll do a mix of different materials. They'll put beads, they'll put rocks, they'll put shell. They do all kinds of different things. All right, we're getting pretty close. Just pop that in. I love this. I can already see it's going to be so pretty. So quiet now, and then the fan starts running. Hello, hello. Did your mother-in-law enjoy it at the warehouse today? She did. She shipped, she labeled all of our packages today. So she did that. Tomorrow she's gonna glue stuff. And she's gonna finish prepping our stuff for our t-shirt show tomorrow. Like all the little bags that we put the stickers on, we're gonna try to do that ahead of time so that goes a little bit quicker. And then on Wednesday, she's going to press the t-shirts from the t-shirt show. So she's learning a bunch of things, which is really fantastic. I'm just gonna add a little bit more glass to these openings because I just feel like it needs a little smidge more. Yeah, she had a good time. She worked, oh, she's also going to label the subscription box. So the Crafty Crate's going to ship tomorrow. All the labels are printed today, but it's not going to ship until tomorrow. The labels are printed, they're just not going out yet. All right, so we've got all of our white flower done. I know it's hard to see, but it is done. Let me grab a piece of cardboard so you guys can see. Just so you can see how this is coming along. You can see a little bit better with a darker background. It's still, this is a lighter background, but all of our glass is here now in the middle. So I'm going to pull this back out of here. Okay, so let's do our border. Oh, I see a piece of red. Red bit. All right, let's go through, do the white. And just get your edges, make sure you get your edges really good. You could also use glitter. You could use mica powder. You could use all kinds of things. Alright, that one's done. Wait till we add the blue. It's just going to be gorgeous. So good. I also have lights on over there. That's probably also what's causing the issue. But it is very dim. My dad still work here? Yeah. He still does. He packed all the orders today that got labeled. He does all of our t-shirts. Besides, you know, we're trying to add extra people to do them because he has extra responsibilities. But yeah. Ethan's no longer here with us. He was the teacher. All right. I have to get a little bit more to do this other opening. Sweet. Ooh. All right, on to the next. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do this opening, so I'm probably gonna have to get a little bit more. But maybe I do. Let's see. How far is it gonna go? Little bit. Stick it in that little corner. That corner. Maybe I can stretch it. Yeah, I think that's good. So I used a little bit more than the red because I did the center. So I am out of white. So we're going to go on to the next thing, but I'm going to clean up some of this white with a little glue dot and my paintbrush. So I'm going to get us another little glue dot. Stick it on my brush, and anywhere there is that white that kind of jumped out, we're going to move that out of those little openings. Just a little piece right there and right there, and I think that's all of it. Okay, so let's do the center of our flower. Yellow. That's going to be this color. It's a very bright, beautiful yellow. This is called Lemon Drop, and we're just going to put it right in the middle. And press that out. Up in here. This would be a great one to do the chunky glass with. I should have done it with the chunky. I mean, look how pretty. So cute. All right. So we're done with the yellow. Now we're going to go into our green. We're going to do our blue last. so this is treetop. That would be this color right here. Open this bag. All right. So we're gonna take our green and do our stem. Hello, Pam. Hello, everyone. So we're gonna come right in here. Keep the green in the green spot. You could do a brown stem. I'm gonna do green. I'm just gonna keep it all green. A little bit more. Oops, see, I got green over there. Oh, see, I overfilled it. I just went crazy. Let's get us a glue dot. And try to move some of this. That was a little too much. Now I'm going to try and pick up what got into my red. And right in here. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but for the sake of how I'm doing it. All right, clean that out. All right, let's do our stem. Be a little more careful. Position that right in there. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. All right, stem is done. Let's do the other leaf. There is a dark piece right in there. Another little glue dot. Pick that dark, whatever that is, up out of there. Sometimes there is little dark bits. And a blue. Just being really careful. And then we're gonna get it in that little opening. So sometimes the little corners are a little challenging because you don't want them to be empty. And your edges. So, done. All right, let's get us another little glue dot. And pick up any of this green that's in the little blue openings. All right. Now we are done with the green. We're going to move on to the blue. All right, that is treetop. And now we're gonna do this beautiful blue. Now, if you want to do like an ombre, you can do that where you can blend two colors. I'm just gonna go with the dark blue. I'll keep it simple on this one instead of doing all the extra little things. All right, here is our blue, and we're gonna do all these remaining openings in the blue. So we're gonna pour all of this right inside here. And I'm just going to kind of pour in a little spot, and then I'm going to move it to where it needs to go, because I don't want to pour too close to the other colors. So we're going to just move it along. Come right up to our edge. And you can turn it if you want to. Some more. And I'm just going to push and kind of guide it into this little nook here. You could use a little scooper too. Out of that red. All right, so here is that first little piece of the blue. We're going to come on to the next one. I got something on my fingernail. It's like I got a snag right there. Push this into that little corner and cinch it right up in there. And then we're going to use resin to set all of this. Some people have been using glue. Some people have used triple thick. Some people have used liquid glass. We'll have to get that blue out of that white right there. Let me see if I can scoop that out of there. It's good. Looks like a little dental pick. And put it over into the blue. There we go. There is a little white piece. Looks very nice. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Y'all, as soon as I moved my camera up, like there's no going back from the white glare. It just, I don't see it on mine, but I can see it on my iPad. These are old cameras that I'm using. Like super old. They're not like 4K. They're super old cameras. But I've ordered new ones. But they ain't here yet. Let's scoop that up in. Once you get that color in another color, it's so noticeable. All right, next. You could also do a light blue in these openings. You don't see the glare? Oh, I see the glare. You don't have any glare? Oh gosh, it's so bad on my end. I can see it. But over on my computer, I don't see it. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's just an illusion that I see. All right. You got to be really careful with the last colors because you don't want to get them in the other colors. They're not as easy to clean up. Oh, I have gotten faster. Yeah. I'm also not doing like, I'm not blending colors and trying to get it to be perfect. This is crushed glass. Yes, this is crushed glass. All right, we're going to do this little opening here that's really small. Just Going to be real careful. And we're going to put it right in this little opening. Yeah, so we have glass in our shop. We have a resin. We have these wood outlines that you can use. We also cut these for people who teach classes. Like the dark blue next to the red. Oh, no glare here. Well, good, Lori. I'm so glad to hear that. So glad. Yeah, I wanted to do something that was very like kind of patriotic with the summer coming, but yet it's vibrant for like just every day. I wanted to do something really kind of fun. I almost did a crushed shell around the edge and a pink flower, and I didn't do that. I was going to do like a light blue, but I changed my mind and I was like, no, I'm going to do this. I also thought about doing mirror, the reflective mirror. I was like, we could do it kind of glam. The possibilities are really endless. We have people who put little beads. They do the little pony beads. Or the little tiny, tiny beads. Look at how pretty it's coming together. Oh my gosh. I love this. I did a daisy with the blue. And that was really pretty. That's kind of what inspired this one, was the daisy with the blue. And I was like, oh, let's do the daisy kind of patriotic. All right, we got 3 more openings to go. And we will be done and on to the resin. Is that little silicone cup with the pour spout? It is. It's a little silicone cup. Absolutely. And I'm just pinching it like this to kind of tap it out so that it doesn't come dumping out. Sometimes it still comes, you know, rushing out. These are just, they're just a lot of fun. We're almost at our 1-year anniversary of releasing all of these. We released them, I believe, it was in March. It was March of last year, but I'm not exactly sure the date. But we dropped these last year, and they have been super popular, right up there with our other our other craft kits. Darn near, I would say probably 80%. Maybe 75. About 75% of our orders have an outline, glass, or a kit, or something that they're doing that is a glass project. They're really popular. That's why April's always over here cooking craft kits. She's shrink wrapping these little outlines. Yeah, so these will come on a cardboard piece, kind of shrink wrapped, to make sure that they don't break, because they're just hollow. But yeah, they will come on a piece of cardboard. I almost have enough to do this little bit, but not quite. And we're going to move this right in. So see how I'm just kind of shifting it and walking it where it needs to go? Is your first time watching? Hello, Linda. Welcome to our crafty community. We are super glad you are here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm over here. This is what my workspace looks like. But here I am. I'm here. I'm just over here hanging out. This is our project for today. We are almost done. Hello, Beth. Hello, hello. Hello, all the YouTube friends. Welcome. If you haven't been here in a while or you've seen my other videos, I've been doing my Facebook lives and mostly I've done my videos on Facebook, but I've been streaming them to YouTube because I've had a lot of people who wanted to, they don't do Facebook anymore. Sorry, I'm going to have to fill in that little spot right there because it's a little empty. You can see that little white bit right there. I'm going to have to fix that. Alright, let's finish filling this in. Hello, that's gorgeous. Glad you're doing YouTube, not on Facebook. See, this is for you, girl. So you girl, turn on the bell. Turn on the bell. Or tap the bell, turn on the bell, whatever the thing is that people say. Turn on your notifications, because when I've been doing these videos, I've been putting them right on the YouTube. All right, let's drop that in there. And so there's a little live tab on my YouTube channel where you can go see all the videos. Then we upload some too, but it's mostly just the lives. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? So beautiful. I do wish I would have done the mirror on the white, but you know, it is what it is. Let me get my little scooper. So I got this little tool on Amazon, and I'm gonna dump this right into this little spot because I can't get my finger up in there. And then I'm going to use the flat end to make sure that it goes into the little spot. And then we got this little green spot there. Everything appears to be completely filled in. I don't see any spots that I've missed. Just checking my corners, which I can usually do that after I add the resin. So one of the things I will say is this is a lot of white happening. So what I might do is add a little bit of mirror over the white here around the border, but not the flowers. So let me grab some mirror. I think that's going to be a really fun thing to do to the edge. And put this black back in here. So let me grab the mirror. I got to go around the corner to get it off the cart. Show you the mirror. This is the mirror. It's kind of reflective, so I'm going to add that. It's going to be a little glammy. I've been trying to watch yours, love this kind of art. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, good. So there's a playlist on my YouTube channel of these that we've done in the past. So you have to go check those out. And there's a bunch of live that I haven't edited the videos that we just uploaded, but you know, it kind of is what it is. So this is the mirror. This is a 16 ounce bag. These come in 16 or 2 ounce, 8 ounce, 16 ounce. And you can grab them in my shop. And I'm gonna take this little cup here. I'm gonna pour some in. And I'm gonna take my little scooper, tool, and we're gonna sprinkle this right over the white glass. And then I'm just gonna mix it in. So just right over this top. And it's gonna give just a little bit of character to our edge where it's kind of like a really bright white. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it. I didn't overfill those. Just a little speckle. I think that's cute. I was using my scooper, but now I'm just going to use my fingers. Let's do a little there, a little here, a little like this. Let's just spread it over the top. Let's do some across here. I'm just overlaying it on top of the white. It's probably a little too much over on this side. You scooch some off the edge. All right, let's spin it around. Who's here?
A burglar.
A burglar? Oh, Avery has gymnastics.
Yeah. What's Sawyer? That's the Lolly.
Oh, Sawyer's here. He's like, no. I'm doing a craft.
Come here. Go show her how cute you are.
Hi. Can I have 5? Give me 5. Give me 5. Oh, he's like, no. Every time she comes here, he does not want a single thing to do with me. Hello, Sawyer. It's like, stop talking to me. How dare you?
You're killing me.
He is too much.
Sawyer, I just want you to sit with Lolly and craft something for 30 minutes.
Oh, he ain't crafting this. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? I just put all this glass in here. Oh, heck to the no. 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 All right, there's a white piece in our red.
Avery's been in gymnastics, what, 2, 3 months?
Yeah.
It's been a little bit longer. She started before Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's been like 4, maybe 5 months. She's already outgrown her outfit.
Are you serious?
Yes. So now I have to size her up, and it's $75 for that outfit.
Are you kidding?
No.
You need to put her on restriction.
She's told me today it's too tight, and I said, all right, we'll get you a new one next week. And she said, can I just ask Coach Hannah for a free one today?
Oh my gosh.
I said, she's not going to give you a free one. And she said, well, why can't I just ask, Mom? Why won't you let me just ask
Oh my
her? And I
gosh.
said, Avery, if you go around asking people to give you stuff for free, it makes them think you have no money. Like, you can't do
Well,
that.
she doesn't have any money. She is, in fact, you know,
Don't get-
7.
I don't want people thinking that, like, we're the poor family of gymnastics. We can't afford
Poor
anything.
family of gymnastics. Oh my gosh. You guys, that's my daughter-in-law. Our granddaughter, Avery, does gymnastics across the street. She has gymnastics like just across the parking lot back here. And so Michelle will stop by when she drops off Avery, and she brings Sawyer, and he will not come and visit me. I'm like, just give me 5. Like, Sawyer, come here and look at this.
Come look. What is it?
I'm gonna bribe him with a little duck.
Come look at what it is.
Look,
Come see.
look.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
what I got.
It's a quack quack.
What is that? You come get it? Come here.
Let's go get the quack quack.
Here you go. Oh, thank you. Give me 5. Give me 5. Come here, give me 5.
Give Lolly a high five.
Come on, high 5. He's like, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
Your daughter was in gymnastics. Did y'all see that? This little tool is like a clay tool, or a pigment scoop. That's what I got it. It's in my Amazon shop. I've been meaning to order from you. I love your glass colors. Well, thank you, Beth. All right, so here's what we got so far. So this is done. Somebody said to add something to the middle of the flower. You could totally add speckles if you want to add speckles. I'm just going to leave my flower the way that it is because I think I'm going to like it better for myself, but you can absolutely do whatever you want to. So now this is basically done. And I'm going to mix up the resin that we're going to use to lock everything inside. And I'm going to put all of my little containers up because we're going to get all this prepped. So I'm just going to put these over here on the shelf that I have. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. I'm going to take all my little bags out of the way. So these are all of my bags of glass. I'm going to put them on my little cart over here, and we're going to get our resin ready to go. Oh, is he playing in the pieces?
Yeah.
He's so funny. All right, so let me put my thing in my drawer over here. All right. Thank you so much. So this is style 353. You can't read it because I painted over it, but it is 353. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to mix my resin right here. And we have resin in my shop. This is an 8-ounce set. Comes like this with an A and B. You can do about 2 12-inch, and you can do 3 to 4 6-inch with this. It's $10 in my shop for the set. You can get resin elsewhere. It's whatever you want. But if you're wanting to order like the glass, the outline, the resin, you can get it all in my shop, okay? But I'm going to use our own resin. And we're going to mix equal parts. It's 1-to-1 ratio. This does need to set and cure. It is not UV resin. And you're going to want to wear gloves. Work in a well-ventilated area. I'm going to create a little bit of controversy here because people are going to tell me, like, you need to wear a respirator, you need to wear a mask, you need to wear, like, a hazmat suit. Maybe you do. I am working in this great big room. I am making my own adult choice. You could 100% wear a respirator. I have not worn a respirator. If I was in a really small room, I would. But this room I'm in is absolutely enormous. And so I'm not going to wear one. But I recommend that you follow whatever protocol, okay? So this is crystal clear, no yellowing, self-leveling, non-toxic, no VOCs, okay? Not all resin is created equal. Follow the manufacturer's instructions, okay? So wear a mask when you do resin, okay? Wear gloves. Wear your gloves, okay? So I'm going to mix, typically I mix about 100 milliliters. For this, I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm going to mix, this is 4 ounces. So if I do 4 ounces, I'm just gonna mix 4 ounces. I'm gonna do 2 ounces and 2 ounces. I'm just marking my cup so I can see where the lines are because I have a really hard time seeing things. I'm gonna mix 4 ounces for this. If I need more, I will mix more. But I marked the 2 ounce line and the 4 ounce line. So we're gonna start with part B first. I saw a TikTok video that said pour in B, then A. So I've done it ever since. I've had great results. I've not ever had a resin pour that did not set in any of these that I've done. I've never had a situation where the resin is not set. And I know for a fact that my stuff is probably not perfectly mixed, but I do my best. So we're gonna put 2 ounces in this cup of B, and we're gonna fill it up to the little line. And I'm gonna get down here and look and see. All right, we're gonna put the lid on. And I have enough to do a whole nother 12-inch, okay? So you can get about 2 12-inch and about, like I said, 4 or so 6-inch. All right, this is part A. We're gonna go to the 4 ounce line. You can use UV resin if you want to. It's completely up to you. Let me keep going. I can't see. It's clear, so I just kind of have to keep following the little line. All right, so we have leftover A and B to do a whole nother project if we want to. So I'm going to set this aside. Now, here's the most important part, right? You want to leave this set on a level surface to cure for at least 24 hours before you peel this little paper backing off. But then it's going to take 3 or so days for it to really harden, and depending on climates, temperatures, whatever, how it's, how your, humidity, whatever the atmosphere where you're at, temperatures, it may take a little bit longer for it to cure than 3 days. Okay, it could take up to 7. It just depends on where you're at, and if you've done this before, you know that it just really will depend. If you've done them in February and you've done them in July, you might get different results. All right, so we're gonna take our little craft stick. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. We're gonna take our little craft stick that we use as a brayer, and we're gonna mix our resin for about 3 minutes. And right now it looks really marbly and separated, and we want to combine it and mix it. So it's gonna get cloudy, then it'll get clear. And I'm just gonna keep mixing and mixing and mixing. So we're gonna mix this up. Scrape your edges, scrape your bottom, do all the things. My resin is really cold, so I am going to warm it up. Okay, we're gonna mix, 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 mix. And I have 1,000 million trillion bubbles. And for all the resiners who are gonna end up watching this video, they're gonna be like, you're doing it so wrong. Listen to me. I don't got a bubble remover. I don't got a nothing. I have little old me in a cup and a stick right now. Okay, that's what I got. And I'm just making sure that it gets all mixed up. And most people don't have any of those tools that people recommend in the first place. I don't have a torch. I don't have a lighter. I don't have anything. So, keep mixing, mixing, mixing. And then I'm going to get my little dryer, my little heat tool. I'm going to warm my cup up. It's going to help the little bubbles pop. A little bit. Not all of them, but a little bit. So keep going. You just want to really incorporate it. It's about 2 to 3 minutes. You have about 20 minutes work time to 30 minutes, 40 at the max. Okay, so this seems to be pretty good.
Amber, do you have a pack of wipes I can borrow?
In the kitchen. I think in the kitchen.
Sawyer waited till we were out and about.
All right, got my heat tool. I'm gonna turn this up to about 180. And I'm just gonna lay this down. It's blowing, not blowing my glass. And I'm just going to set my cup in front and I'm going to turn and warm this up. You don't see any? I mean, there's wipes in here that you can come use. It's not like hot that I'm gonna burn myself. It's just warming.
This way, Sawyer. Hey.
If you just can bring them back, because I'll have to use them to clean my hands.
Sawyer.
Just warming up the cup. Now we can let our resin set and sit for a little bit, and some of these bubbles can come to the top. But what I have also found is as I add the resin over this glass, some of those bubbles start to pop naturally. And by the end, I don't really have very many bubbles. And if I do, I just spritz some alcohol over the top and it helps pop them. So now that we've got our resin completely mixed, we're going to start drizzling it in all the little openings, okay? So take some and we're just going to go right around the edges and drizzle it over that glass. Just go right over it. Make sure you get your edges. And we're going to do all of our little petals. And the resin will level through all of the little glass bits and it will start to settle on the paper transfer tape. And that's what's going to hold everything inside. I have a feeling I'm going to have to make more resin. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Y'all don't forget about our t-shirt show tomorrow on Whatnot. We booked Tuesday shows for the rest of March and our Thursdays. So you'll have to come and join us. All right. So we've drizzled it on to here. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do the little stem. I'm going to do this little blue area. I'm going to do the next little blue area. I'm going to do the leaf. You don't know what glass to use in projects like this? So Elizabeth, I tell you everything from start to finish. So if you go get exactly what I just used, you can create this exact one. So we have glass in my shop, we have resin, we have our wood outlines, we have everything you need. The only thing you'll have to get is the contact paper, some gloves, a cup, stick. If you have paint, you're gonna need to use the paint. But from this video right here, I told you everything you need from start to finish. And there are about, I I'm going to say 65 others that I probably crafted that have a step-by-step tutorial to guide you. All right, so getting so close. It still scares you? Girl, you gotta do it. Do it this weekend or do it this week. Like, you gotta do it. You can do it. He's so cute. Hello, Claire. Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Look, it's Lolly.
Sawyer.
Hi, Lolly.
Are you gonna watch? Look, you can watch my video.
You come look.
Look, you can watch my video. See? Look. I'm crafting. I'm crafting. I'm doing a craft. You see? See what I'm working on? Isn't it pretty? He does not. Now, if my husband was here, he would not be like this.
He'd be going nuts for Bob.
Yeah, he
Which
loves...
The whole way here, he kept going, my Bob. My Bob. My Bob.
Hi.
It's
It sounded like you just said, let's go. Get me out of here.
Sawyer, do you want to go bye-bye? No?
He just wants to run around.
Yeah, he likes seeing all the things. Uh-uh. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Go back.
All right. Anywhere that you don't have enough resin, just go back and add some. You'll notice. You'll see. You'll definitely notice where you need to add more. I think my flowers are all pretty good. This flower right here needs maybe just a little bit more. The blue. He is so big. He is so big. Gosh, he's gonna be 2 this month. Like, this is his birthday month. I just can't believe it. He's so big. You love it? Well, thank you. Came in late. What is that paper you're using? It's called paper transfer tape. Paper transfer tape. All right, let's go around our edge. Now, let's do the border. Because we filled in all of the middle is done. I'm telling you, I think I'm going to have to mix up more. My cup is drippy. I usually like to paint the wood outline with resin. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do that. You definitely want to make sure you get your edges really good. it's gonna be so close. So close. Oh, I dripped it off the edge. When you're doing that, do you touch the glass at all, or does it just flow into the openings or cover it all? I touch the glass and push it all into the places. I sure do. I touch it, I pour it in, and I push it where I want it to go. And I level it out. I think I'm just gonna run out. Very pretty. Well, thank you. I'm certain I do not have enough. Are you leaving?
Come on. Come on. Now come say bye-bye, Lolly.
Bye-bye. Bye. Sawyer. Bye-bye. Bug kiss. Mwah.
Tell Lolly night-night.
Night-night.
Night-night, Lolly.
Night-night.
He's not in it.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, we'll see you later.
Okay.
Hands. Come on, hands.
I'm not... So sad. I'm not going to have enough to do all of this. I'm going to do my best to scrape this little cup here. I just don't think I'm going to have enough. If I do, it's going to be a miracle. Ooh, buddy. Let's get it. Oh my gosh, it's so close, so close. All right, is there any spot that I need more besides this spot right here? It doesn't appear so. Oh, I see a spot right here. That little dollop there, a little spot there. I think I got all the little edges, all the little corners, that corner, that corner. Okay, so I have some I can scrape off of this cup. I'm gonna let that sit right there, and I'm gonna get me, I'm gonna get this little pokey tool. Wherever it's at. It's on the desk over here. Okay, so I have little bubbles. So I'm just going to come and make sure that most of them are popped. This takes just a second. It doesn't take too long, but you can usually see them. And I just like bring them to the surface, pop them. There's a big little bubble right there. And then it eventually just pops. And then anywhere you see where you might need to get your edge, just barely kind of tap along. There's a little yellow piece of glass right there. I can see it. So I'm going to move that out of there. Okay, get our edges. That needs some more right there. Okay. So tap, tap. Fill that out. I'm just checking to make sure everything is good. And then anywhere there's a corner, you just push your glass kind of right up into it, like an edge. You have work time. Make sure you got lots of glass on your borders. Because otherwise it's just going to be clear. You can always add more glass, even after you've added the resin. Just going along, little edges. Leaf, little spot right there. Submerge it. And then after this, I'm going to spray it with alcohol and let it sit. And then tomorrow, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to peel that paper backing off, and then it will just finish curing. All right, it looks like everything is good except for that little spot right there. That little spot there. You'll see through the glass, the paper transfer tape, if it's not, if the glass is too shallow. You can just kind of scooch it along. Like I said, you have a little bit of work time. It is paper, Frisco Craft paper backing, like paper transfer tape. All right. All right. I'm going to get a paintbrush. Okay. I'm going to get me a little skinny one. Just a little skinny brush like so. And I'm going to use what's in this cup. And anything that's kind of on the frame that's like overfilled, and I'm going to start spreading the resin across the outline. So I like to coat the wood for myself. Like, it's just a preference thing. You don't have to do this step, but I'm doing it because I like it. but it is optional. And it just takes a few minutes, but you can skip this completely. And it's just going to give the wood outline a glossy look rather than just a matte finish. And resin is self-leveling. So anywhere you put that resin, it's going to travel. So if now that I've connected these two openings, if it's not level, the resin will level itself out across that wood now. So I'm just taking and brushing. There's a lot more resin here than there is over here. And so I'm just brushing and pulling it across this wood. And it will just start to level. Same over here. We have a little bit more in that center where that yellow is. So I'm just going to pull it along. And it's like painting the wood frame. You're just going right over it with the resin. You have a new addiction, right? Listen, I have to control myself because if I had my way, I would come on here and I would do one of these every single day. I love making these. And if you haven't seen all the ones I've already made, you would just, I love making them. They're just so much fun. And I love how they can all be done in such different ways. I know it looks crazy because it's not set yet, but you just got to let the resin cure. You just got to give it a chance to finish doing its little thing. If you notice little white spots, just move your glass over to the edge, and then it'll cure in that spot. So we've got a lot of extra resin in the middle of this. There. So a piece of green. And then I don't do the outer border till the end because I just want to be really careful about that. And it is a little time consuming. It's a little boring. But it is coming along so nicely. If you had an up-close view, you'd be able to see what this looks like, but it looks really great. Let me scooch this over. So I added quite a bit of resin to the middle of this, so I'm trying to like spread it out because it's going to want to like dome. So I'm going to try and take some of that extra resin to coat this wood frame. There's some extra in this red. I'm going to pull it towards the green. And we'll come on to the next one. Sometimes you get glass on your brush. A little extra in the blue. this way with it. Now, you might not see what I see, but when you're crafting these, you're going to be able to see when there's too much resin in a little, like, opening, like a little pocket. And you can, like, dip into it and, like, move it over. Like, dip in and, like, move it over. Scoop into this and, like, move some of that resin over there. Because if it gets too heavy, it can run off the edge, and we don't want that to happen. So we're trying to like disperse and dispense and even it out. Oh, see, I picked up that piece of white. But you know, you spend a little bit of time on this, but it lasts forever. It really does. All right, there's a lot of resin in this red, so I'm going to move that towards the blue. And then I'm going to connect these two blue because there's a lot of resin over here. Ooh, I find it very relaxing too. Same. Me too. Same. All right, we're coming around to the end. And we just need to do our border and then we'll spray it. So there's quite a bit of resin collected right there. It's kind of like how you're dabbing into paint and like going and taking the paint and moving it to paint with. It's basically what we're doing here. We're just getting some of that and moving it over. Get some, moving it around. All right. Looks pretty much like the entire thing is done. And now we're going to do the entire border. So we're going to try to stay on the wood. Just keep it on the wood. Try not to get it to come off the edge because you don't want it to leak off. Okay. So I'm just scooping and going to the border. So whatever's in here, I'm just dipping in and coming right off the edge. And come this, just like so. A lot of resin right there, so we're going to try and move some of that. If you ever get it off to where it can flow off, you'll find that that is a little challenging. Sometimes I've had to snip off some extra that's ran off the edge. Hello everyone. I see some of you guys are popping in and out. We're almost done. It's been a long one. I know that the light is really reflective. I will turn those lights off here in just a second, so it won't be so much of a glare, but I can't pick it up and move it because this needs to stay level. So once you get this going, don't pick it up and relocate it. Leave it exactly where you crafted it. It's really, really important. All right, kind of running out here. I cannot believe I had just enough to do this. So if you get this style, I mixed up 4 ounces and literally used every square inch of it. Every bit. Right, all of that's done. Now let's go around our little loops. Okay, just gonna coat this. Now, if you decide you want to do the back side after you're done with the front and it's cured, mix you up just a little bit and do a coat on the back after you peel off your paper. So, my cup is empty. All done with that. Okay. All right. Let me grab the alcohol. It's over here. Okie doke. So, now that mine's done, I am gonna make sure my little area is wiped up a good bit. Okay, so I have 91% isopropyl alcohol in this spray bottle. And all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch my camera. Give me just a second. So I'm gonna take my spray bottle and I'm just going to spray and then leave it. Not touching it again. I'm not doing anything to it anymore. What I have done here is all. It's just gonna sit now till tomorrow. Not doing nothing else to it. Now, if I spray the alcohol and I see that, sorry, I'm trying to grab my chair because I don't want to touch it with my hands. If I see some bubbles, like I can still see a few bubbles there, I will spray it one more time. The alcohol helps to bring the bubbles to the surface. I do see some glass right here on the wood, so I'm going to just put that back in there. This piece of glass is sticking up just a little bit, so is that one. There's a piece sticking up right there. Because remember, once this is cured, there's no making any adjustments to it. Like, it's where it cures is where it's stuck. Alright, that looks pretty good. I don't see anything else. I do see some white along this edge right here. And along right there. So I'm just going to move that just a little bit more. There's a little white spot right there. There's a dark piece right here. There's a little bubble right there. Okay. There's a little white on that border of the blue. Speckle there. That corner. So this is just kind of like the final touches. There's a red piece in the blue. There's a white spot right there. A little white right there. This looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And I think I'm happy with what this looks like now. Okay, so I'm going to clean this off. So I have some wipes here. So I'm going to take and spray some alcohol on my thing, and I'm going to clean off this tool. And I'm going to stick it back over here in my little thingamajig. I'll wipe my hands, even though I've got gloves on. And then I'm going to pull off my gloves. Just like that. And then I like to take some alcohol and just spray my hands, because I don't like the way that my hands feel after I take those gloves off. Feels weird. And this is done. So let me turn these lights off. I know it's going to get dark. Whoops. No, that's how dark it is in here. Look at that. Look how dark it is. Talk about darkness. This is darkness. But there's no glare, and at least you can see what it looks like, okay? Oh my goodness. So hopefully you guys like this one. You love your box of goodness? I'm so glad. I'm so very glad that you like it. So this is a 12-inch. It's a 12-inch. I see a piece of glass on my wood right here. Right there. You can usually see it as it starts to like settle. You can see this little corner right here is struggling. So white. I could probably have put more glass in this little spot here. There's a bubble in my stem. Now, here's the thing, what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to sit here and stare at this thing all night long. Like, the bubbles will pop as it cures. Like, they'll come to the top and they'll pop. And if I have a few little bubbles left behind, you know what? I will be okay. But it looks pretty good to me, right? So now that the glare's kind of gone and you can see, I did mirror on top of the snow cap. We did ruby red. We did royal blue. We did treetop is the green. This is lemon in the middle. And we did snow cap for the flower. Okay, you could do something in the middle if you want to with your flower. You could put some glitter in there. You could do like whatever you want to do. You can put little beads in your glass. Like, have fun with it, okay? There is no rules to this. This is specifically just crushed glass and resin and our wood outline. And then you can hang a chain. Like I said, you can hang it from a chain. You can hang it from twine. You could do like whatever you want to. And so tomorrow morning, well, probably tomorrow late afternoon, I will flip this over and I will peel off that paper backing, and it will be absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let me show you something really quick. Let me grab it. Okay, so I'm going to try and slide this just to the side just a little bit so you guys can see. Just a little bit. So this is our butterfly. Okay. This is the back. This is the front. Okay. Here is our Highland cow. Okay, and I used ice chips in the flower with the yellow. I know it's probably hard to see because, you know, of the lighting and everything. But I did like the color blend for the Highland cow that gave it the dimension. So see how you can see my hand through this? Like you can see my hand? The glass is transparent. You can see through it. So when the light passes through your window, you're going to be able to see how pretty this is. We did the green and the leaves. Love this one. So let me pull this out here. So here's what this one looks like. Here is our little butterfly, okay? The bee, this bee we did with just resin and alcohol inks. Now the the alcohol inks can fade. They don't stay as true and vibrant as the glass. But, yeah. So let me put these over here. So these two here are the surfboards, okay? These are the surfboards, and they have shell. This is mother of pearl shell. We did a mix of glass and the back, the front, and then we did, you get both of these, like I said. Shell, we did the orange with the yellow to create the little look here. And these are really, really pretty. Okay, so once it cures, it's going to be really hard, and it's not going to bend. It's not going to do anything. Like it's solid. Okay, you just got to let it cure. I did these sometime last year. I don't remember exactly when, but you can see how I have a little bit of that texture look. So I coated the frame, but I have a little bit of a texture look because I overfilled with the glass in some areas, and then it was more flat in others. And then the shell is a little chunky, so it kind of gives a little texture. So these are really fun. Same with the little turtle here, right here in the glass. So you have a lot of options, some choices. All right. So let's finish this off by having one last look here. Okay, let's have one last look. We're gonna let it cure. All right. It's just me now. It's so dark. It's like I don't really have the greatest lighting over here. It's very, very dark. But I will say, if you want to check these out, comment the word Suncatcher on Facebook. If you are on YouTube, you can go to the description of the video. You can go to my shop and find all the supplies that you need to make this. And I hope you guys check this out. We're going to revisit this tomorrow. We're going to see how it turns out. And don't forget, tomorrow is Tuesday. We are going to be doing our whatnot stuff over there. And I'm going to come back on after this video is done and do a little chit chat with everybody about whatnot for tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoy your evening. Again, thank you for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you guys next time.